Welcome back. As you know, I'm Eli, the computer guy, here for the Daily Blob, where you say, oh, pickle. Oh, pickle. We live in such a stupid timeline right now. The timeline we live in is just so gosh darn dumb. But anyways, it's what pays me. If this timeline made half an ounce of sense, then I wouldn't be able to scream about all the stupid stuff and make money for SiliconDojo.com. Anyways, I think this is interesting. This is coming out September 15th, 2025. It is currently September 16th, 2025. So this came out literally yesterday from Microsoft. And I find this fascinating because the CEO of Microsoft, Satya Nadella, is trying to figure out how to bring morale back to Microsoft. Right, so Microsoft literally within the past 6 months laid off 16,000 employees. 16,000 employees are gone. They're bringing back a return to office mandate. And with the return to office mandate for the Puget Sound office, if you were within 50 miles, 50 miles of their office, you now have to return to office. And so please understand, in the Seattle area, like anywhere you're going to live, if you're 50 miles away, it's not going to take you 50 minutes, right? It's going to take you at least like an hour and 5 minutes, just how traffic works. But you also understand, in the Seattle area, traffic is fucking miserable. One of the reasons my wife and I lived there for a couple of months back in 2015, we really thought we were going to relocate there until we found out traffic was just so damn bad. Literally, like there's this idea that, oh, you can live in Seattle and escape to nature. Man, we would be on the I-5, I think it's called the I-5. We'd be on the I-5 at 2 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon, and it was bumper to bumper 10-mile-an-hour traffic. No, when you go to Seattle, you're gonna live in Seattle. I mean, that's basically just how it is. And so if they're gonna mandate people that live 50 miles away coming to the office, that means those people are gonna be spending an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours in the car each way. And the CEO of Microsoft is trying to figure out how they can fix morale. Apparently, he's realized the employee morale at Microsoft is down a little bit. And so what I find funny with this particular announcement is I don't even know if it's tone deaf. Like, I would like to say this is tone deaf. I would like to say, like, the CEO and the board of Microsoft are so tone deaf, I can't imagine why they put this out at this point in time. But really, I think maybe they know exactly what they're doing, and they're just trying to get more employees to leave. Right? One of the things I've talked about for a while now is most of these companies have far more employees than they need. And the issue that they run into is optics for investors, right? If you do too many layoffs, that actually damages the company. Even if you don't need the employees, it damages the company because the investors think there's a problem with the company because you're laying so many people off. If you get people to quit, right, you don't have to report quitters the way you have to do lay off people. And so basically that's a way to eliminate a lot of staff without having to pay severance pay, without having to deal with unemployment insurance, without having to deal with the optics of investors and the whole 9 yards. And so I think what's going on here is not that the leadership of Microsoft is tone deaf. I have a feeling they know exactly what they're saying, but I wonder how this is going to work out. Like, Microsoft is a weird fucking company right now. Like, it's bizarre. Like, I've talked about this with like the whole Israel thing. I'm not getting too much into Israel. Hey, you know the UN has literally classified what they're doing as a genocide? The United Nations literally says Israel is committing genocide at this point in time. Anyways, just gonna point that out. One of the curious things though with Microsoft is how they have so many protests, right? So because of how the Azure their cloud storage is used by the Israeli military and intelligence services. They've had numerous protests. They've had arrests and the whole 9 yards. There is a weird. How do you explain it? There's something going on in the Microsoft Corporation that doesn't seem to be going on other places, right? You don't hear about massive protests against NVIDIA. Like, if you're really thinking about who's fucking killing Palestinians, I would put far more of a magnifying glass over NVIDIA's what they're doing in Israel than Microsoft, right? Because they're actually building the AI hardware and the AI systems for facial tracking, biometrics, and all of that kind of stuff. But you don't hear a lot of pushback. At least you don't hear a lot of pushback about NVIDIA, which is kind of weird. Again, Intel until recently, they're going to be putting in the largest technology investment into Israel history. $20 billion Intel was going to put into Israel. And here's the thing. That did not fall apart because of genocide. That fell apart because Intel, appears to be spinning into the death spiral, right? But you don't hear a lot of protests about Intel. And what's really curious, right, is that when you look at Microsoft, there seems to be some type of very weird fracturing within that corporation. You just don't see other places. And I can't fucking tell you why. It seems to be very bizarre. And so it's curious here, right? So you've already had 16,000 people laid off, right? You already have the return to office mandates. You've already had the protests. You've already had the Microsoft employees literally arrested for protesting Microsoft. And in this environment, Microsoft announces quarterly dividend increase. Yay! Look, we eliminated so many employees, the shareholders get more money. Which, to be clear, this is how the system is supposed to work. But fuck me, this is autistic. Let me tell you, as an Aspie, this is a little autistic even for me. Microsoft Corp on Monday announced that its board of directors declared a quarterly dividend of 91 cents per share, reflecting an 8-cent or 10% increase over the previous quarter's dividend. The dividend is payable December 11th, 2025 to shareholders on record of November 20th, 2025. The ex-dividend date will be November 2025. In addition, the company announced the date of the annual shareholders meeting, blase, blase, blase. So the rest of this is just normal stuff. I thought this was interesting that the board came out though, and with everything that is currently going on in Microsoft world, the important thing they had to put out to everybody is that there's going to be a 10% increase on dividends. How do you think morale at Microsoft is going to go after this one? Do you think this is tone deaf? Or do you think this is pitch perfect? I don't know. If I was a Microsoft employee right now, yeah, I might be getting a wee bit frustrated. In this particular employment environment, I'm not sure exactly what I would do with that frustration, but that's what I'd be worried about with Microsoft. Like what we're seeing with Microsoft is weird. Like, again, I've been in the tech world for almost 30 years. We've seen a lot of stupid shit. We've seen a lot of stupid shit in 3 decades. But what seems to be going on with Microsoft is just, it's like what happens when your company culture fractures, right? Not that the company culture is going in the wrong direction, not that the company culture is inefficient, not that the company culture is abusive or whatever else. What happens when your company culture literally starts fracturing? Where does that put you as an organization? And how the hell do you put that back together again? When employees are willing to be arrested to protest the company. When the company is being so vicious against employees. And they're basically a knowledge economy, right? This isn't a coal mine. This isn't a steel mill where basically any strong arm will do. Put them in there, train them for a day, and they can work for the next 50 years, right? These are knowledge workers. These are people that go through a lot of training, a lot of education, and they have to have the ability to make decisions. And all of a sudden, in this particular environment, you're creating this fracture in the culture itself. I don't know. It'll be fascinating. And why Microsoft? Why Microsoft? Why not NVIDIA? Why not Intel? Why are we not seeing these fractures at other companies? I don't know. I'll be curious. Put your thoughts down below. If you like these videos, give us a thumbs up. If you hate these videos, give us a thumbs down. Call me amazing. Call me a moron. Just be a real alpha dog and put your comments down in the comment section. Do remember SiliconDojo.com is coming out of hiatus. I'm going to Durham, North Carolina, literally in a couple of hours to verify some stuff about a classroom there, and we should start doing classes in the next couple of weeks. We're going to be doing classes on artificial intelligence and Python and SQL and all that kind of stuff. So do make sure to go become a member of SiliconDojo.com. And with that, see y'all later.